In this video, we will create my custom climate card. The climate card lets you control your thermostat, but it also shows you when a window is open in the same room. It is inspired by my custom room card. If you are interested in the room card, I linked the video in the top corner. If you want the full code for the card, you can find the link in the description. Before we start, make sure you have button card installed. Okay, we will start by adding the entity and defining some variables we will need later. First, the window sensor for the room. Then we add the state variable. This is a bit more complex, so I will copy it in and explain what it does. It basically combines the temperature and humidity attribute from the climate and returns it with some styling. We will also add an open variable. For this, we copy the code from the state variable and adapt it a little bit. When the window is open, I want to see the state of the thermostat instead of the temperature. Okay, let's continue with the card. We set the name and the icon. For the icon, we use some JavaScript to set a different icon for each state. My thermostat has auto, heat, and off, but you can change this depending on the states of your device. My most used function of the thermostat is setting it back to auto mode, so I set this to the double tap action to be super easy and quick. For the custom field temp, we return the open variable if the window sensor is on and the state variable if it's not. This next part is a bit more complex. We want to add the control buttons. For that, we add another button card in a custom field. We only want to show the label here, which we define as the temperature of our climate entity. Then we add another custom field to the card. We call it minus. This card is quite simple. We give it an icon and style it a bit by sizing the icon and setting box shadow and background to none. For the tab action, we want to configure a call service action. This one is to set the temperature. For service data, we add entity ID in which we reference the entity of the card. In temperature, we need to do a small calculation. For that, we take the current set temperature and subtract 0.5 from it. This way, we can control the temperature in steps of 0.5. Now let's copy this whole code and adapt it to be our plus button. This is actually quite simple. We just have to change the icon and instead of subtracting 0.5, we add it this time. Let's style the controls card. We add a very simple grid that just puts all of our parts in one row and defines their size. For the card, we set the background color, padding, border radius and height. And for the label, the font size and weight. Now let's go back to the main card and begin the styling. We give the card some padding, a fixed height and a background color. The grid is quite simple as well. We have 3 rows, the name and the icon, the temp field and the controls. For the icon, we set size and color. Because we want the color to be different depending on the state, we copy the JavaScript code we used for the icon on top. Instead of returning the icon name, we change it to the respective colors. Same goes for the IMG cell, but we also set justify self to end and border radius to 100%. We want the name to start on the left, we give it a font size and weight, a color and some padding. Lastly, we need to style the custom fields. The temp field gets justify self start, font size and weight, a color and some padding. For the controls, we add some margin at the bottom so it looks a bit better. And that's it, our climate card is ready and functional. If we want to adapt it to another room, it's quite easy actually. We just copy the card and then change the entity, window sensor and name at the top. Done. I hope you liked my custom climate card. As I said, if you want the full code, you can find the link in the description. I just started this YouTube channel, so if you enjoyed the video, I would really appreciate it if you liked the video and subscribe to my channel. I have other videos where I create more custom cards, show off cool Hux cards, or a tour of my personal dashboard. Thanks for watching.